any hand. I'd like to begin by thanking the amazing faculty, staff, administration, and teachers that make our school such an excellent place. You all ignited a passion in me that could never be replaced, and you're the reason I'm able to be up here today. I can't go without thanking my fellow graduates as well. The amount of love the student body had for the school this year is what made our class what I believe to be the greatest of all time. Of course, I also want to give a big shout out to my family out there in the audience, especially my mom and dad. Everything I've done has been to make you guys proud. When I was told that I'd be speaking today, I spent a ton of time researching and watching speeches on YouTube. I'd always dreamed of this moment, and I wanted to make it as good as possible. In that dream, I also happened to be 6'5" and jacked, but I guess that's beside the point. While many of these speeches that I watched were phenomenal, they almost all treated graduation as the conclusion of the many things that happened during high school. I prefer to look at it as a beginning. We are now stepping into a world of careers, taxes, love, loss, and most importantly, a world where we must learn to survive without the burger bar every other Wednesday. As we kick down this door of new opportunity, I'd be remiss if I did not reflect upon the attitude that I believe is most important to take with us moving forward. Throughout my time walking the halls of our school, I often heard the phrase, "I just need to make it to blank. I just need to make it to the end of this test, the end of the week, the end of the month, the end of the trimester. And of course, I just need to make it to graduation." I'll admit, I've fallen victim to this mentality many times myself, especially when the going got tough. Yet, what I've begun to realize lately, as schools become less strenuous, is that that way of thinking is robbing us of the tiny intricacies that make life so special. If you all have ever taken one of those vision tests with the letters lined up on the poster, you'll notice that once you start reading the letters, your entire peripheral vision fades. Anything could be going on around you, yet you'd have absolutely no way of knowing. When you hone in on a goal, little moments around you fade away into a blur. You see, if you were to ask me about the most memorable experiences I had at hand, none of those things I honed in on would make the cut. While it may have felt good to finish the test with a good grade, or just make it to the end of the trimester, those pings of happiness were quite short-lived. They just felt like things I was expected to do, and after completing them, I would immediately move on to the next one, and the cycle repeated. Recently, I watched an interview of a Boston College basketball player named Dennis Clifford, who was sitting at the post-game press conference after competing in his last ever game. During this conference, one of the reporters asked him, "What are you going to take away as your best memory playing basketball for Boston College?" As he begins to respond, he breaks down into tears for about 30 seconds before finally saying, "Just going out to eat." When I looked at the comments on this post, it was mostly bots trying to tempt me with suspicious links in their bios. But after I was able to get through those, I saw a lot of people making fun of the absurdity of this answer. I, however, think Cliff got it exactly right. This man had it all. He played on ESPN and in front of thousands, and he probably could have gotten any girl he wanted. Yet what he was most torn up about was an everyday occurrence, just getting food with his boys. When I truly reflect on my high school experience, I'll think about my just going out to eat moments. Going on Chipotle runs with some of the best friends I could ask for, the Breakfast Club-esque conversations in my psych class, watching Eli Ackerman get up and sing "I Want You Back" in front of the whole cafeteria, talking with Mrs. Tibbetts about UConn basketball in the mornings after big games, hitting a terrible Dougie at prom, giving the loudest laugh I could every morning on the announcements, and blasting "Rather Be" with my track teammates on the bus ride back after winning the state championship. So, class of 24, I guess what I'm getting at is this. When you live life on an achievement-to-achievement basis, you may lose out on some very important things that disguise themselves as little. When you get this diploma today and continue life through college or wherever else it takes you, remember, it's not about what the piece of paper that you hold says, but it's about making sure you love every day that it entails. When 1% of your days are like this one, and 99% go back to just being normal, don't put all your effort into making the 1% great. Make sure to focus on the regular occurrences that make life what it really is. As you progress through your life, continue to have grand goals and high expectations, as that is the true key to success. But regardless of what you pursue, always keep your peripheral on high alert. Thank you.